How much do you love your dog? Probably more than anything in the world, and you take every opportunity to show this love. You hug them tightly, kiss their soft fur, and pet their head over and over again. But what if I told you that all these innocent and affectionate gestures are actually perceived as a form of torture in your dog's world? Most dog owners don't realize that their purest expressions of love actually put their dogs under intense stress, frighten them, and even trigger an internal defense reflex. Today, we will uncover the shocking truths behind 7 behaviors that you do with good intentions, but that your dog actually hates, and reveal their true meanings in their language. If you don't understand this, you might be unintentionally damaging the bond with your best friend. The problem is that we humans use methods inherited from our primate ancestors to express our emotions. Hugging, coming face to face, and shouting with joy are seen as closeness in our genetic code. However, dogs carry a completely different communication language inherited from their wolf ancestors for thousands of years, and these two languages rarely overlap. Dog cognitive research shows that our friends try to understand our good intentions, but they process our physical movements through their own survival filters. While we are saying, "I love you," their brains might be reading, "I am being threatened," or "I am being suppressed." Now, let's open a window into their world and understand why sometimes the greatest love is not doing certain things. 1. Hugging them like a bear. To you, hugging someone is the purest form of trust and warmth, but for your dog, this is an evolutionary nightmare. In the canine world, another living being wrapping its body or arms around you is not a sign of affection. On the contrary, it is a gesture of establishing dominance or immobilizing prey. Dogs live with a fight or flight instinct. When you hug them tightly, you take away their only defense mechanism, the option to escape. In these moments, you might notice the whites of your dog's eyes showing, known as whale eye, or see them yawning or licking their lips. These are not signs of joy, they are symptoms of acute stress. They might be tolerating you, but they absolutely hate this situation. 2. Kissing their face and head. We kiss human babies, and it's very natural. However, approaching a dog's face directly and suddenly is considered great rudeness in their language. Dogs never greet each other nose to nose. They approach in a curve and smell each other's sides. Such close, direct contact with their face is perceived as a challenge. Especially kisses placed on top of the head or constant touching there is oppressive for many dogs. To them, this means "I am controlling you," not "I love you." 3. Patting their head by approaching from above. What is the first thing you do when you see a dog on the street or want to pet your own dog? You probably reach out and pat the top of their head. However, dogs are naturally sensitive to movements coming from above. Birds of prey used to hunt their ancestors from above. When your hand descends suddenly from above outside their field of vision, it triggers a primal fear. While you think you're being affectionate, they actually worry, "Am I going to be hit?" or "Who is grabbing me?" If you really want to show affection, reach out from below, under their chin or from their chest. Let them come to you. 4. Talking in a high-pitched and squeaky tone. We all do this. We slip into that funny baby talk tone. But a dog's sense of hearing is many times more sensitive than ours. That shrill and high-pitched tone you find lovely can be deafening and confusing for your dog. In wolf languages, high-pitched, shrill yelps are usually the sound of a prey in pain or a frightened cub. This tone can either overexcite them or create anxiety that something is wrong. To calm them and make them feel your love, use a lower, soft, and rhythmic tone of voice. Your dog doesn't want to hear someone shouting, they want to hear a calm leader. 5. Staring into their eyes for a long time. For humans, eye contact is a sign of honesty and connection. For dogs, however, if a very special bond of trust hasn't been established yet, this is a challenge. In the wild, if a very special bond of trust hasn't been established yet, this is a challenge. In the wild, if a wolf stares intensely into the eyes of another, it means "I am ready to fight, back down." While you think you're looking at them with admiration, they wonder, "Why are they challenging me? What did I do wrong?" Breaking eye contact occasionally or tilting your head slightly to the side tells them, "My intentions are peaceful." Real love lies in the respect you show for their space. 6. Forcing play when they aren't in the mood. You throw a ball in front of them to cheer them up or shove plush toys in their face, but they might just need to rest at that moment. Dogs get tired, bored, or feel unwell just like we do. Ignoring their body language, their slow movements and reluctant glances, and forcing them to play is not a show of love, it's a lack of respect for their boundaries. This damages the trust between you. Learn to hear their no. Real love is sometimes just letting them rest quietly by your side. 7. Physical contact with no boundaries. You want to touch their soft paws, ears, or tail, but not every dog enjoys being touched everywhere on their body. Especially vulnerable areas like the paws, the base of the tail, and the belly are the most sensitive spots for dogs. Touching these areas suddenly without asking can trigger a defense reflex. The fact that they seem to allow it might just mean they're tolerating you. Wait for them to invite you. Touch them when they lean against you or put their head under your hand. Respecting their boundaries is the highest form of love. Hearing all this might have made you sad or feel guilty. You might think you were doing things that hurt your dog. Please don't be sad. They understand us. They feel your good intentions and your love more than anything. But making the bond between you perfect comes from learning to love them in their language. Real dog love is not hugging them by force. It is sitting quietly by their side and giving them confidence with your presence. It is not patting the top of their head, but gently scratching their chest. It is not forcing them into our world, but respecting theirs. When you do this, you will see your dog's gaze change, and you will see that real and deep trust shining in their eyes. And that is the most beautiful language of love. If you want to understand your dog better and strengthen the bond between you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. We will continue to decode their languages.